everyone. I'm Farida. I'm Farida El-Keiy. I'm Director of Studies at Mary Edwards College and also a fellow tutor. This is my student Daisy, which you will meet shortly. Welcome to the webinar. It's about your journey to proficiency, exploring Arabic at Cambridge. Okay, in this webinar, I will talk about the Arabic language, career prospects, why studying Arabic at Cambridge, the year abroad, the application form, and you will also meet Daisy, who will talk to you about her journey and about her studies at Cambridge, and also about her experience in Mary Edwards. So first, I'm going to talk about the language. So Arabic language is a Semitic language. After the Islamic conquest in the 7th century, Arabic spread worldwide to North Africa, the Middle East, Central and Western Asia, and even parts of China. Most of the Arabic speakers live in North Africa, in the Arabian Peninsula, which is known as the Arab world. Arabic is the official language of 26 countries. Arabic has also influenced many languages worldwide, including Persian, Turkish, Armenian, Hindi, Urdu, Spanish, and some African languages. It also borrowed words from Hebrew, Greek, Aramaic, Persian in the past, and from English and French in recent times. There are about 313 million Arabic speakers in the whole world. Arabic is also the 5th spoken language worldwide, following Mandarin, Spanish, English, and Hindi. Okay, Arabic has 2 registers, formal and spoken. The formal is like split between 2, Modern Standard Arabic and Classical Arabic. Classical Arabic, of course, is older than the Modern Standard Arabic. It's understood from the name. Modern Standard Arabic is the language of the press, novels, stories, and plays written in Modern Standard Arabic, while Classical Arabic is the language of the Quran, classical poetry, classical novels, and classical plays. So the Classical and Modern Standard Arabic. The students study Modern Standard Arabic, but some can also study literature that would involve Classical Arabic depending on the course, but we can come to that later on. The spoken dialect or the spoken language, Arabic has different varieties, and those dialects and varieties are designated by city, country, region, such as Cairene, Moroccan, and Levantine. The greatest variation in the spoken Arabic is found in the accent, the way certain words are pronounced, and how words are stressed. When Arabs meet, we moderate our dialects to be closer to the Modern Standard Arabic, so that we can understand one another. And that's how we speak. We call this moderation educated spoken Arabic, or in Arabic we say عامية المثقفين. The Arabic alphabet. Okay, before we start the Arabic alphabet, I would like to show you some differences in dialect. So for example, if you're saying hello, in Egypt we say ahlan wa sahlan. So ahlan wa sahlan, this is how we write it in Arabic scripts. You will find some accents at the beginning and at the end. So I will talk about these accents later when we are talking about the letters. So أهلا وسهلا in Egypt, which means hello, أهلا وسهلا.
وسهلا.
In the Levant, they say أهلا وسهلا, أهلا وسهلا.
وسهلا.
And in Morocco, they say أهلا.
أهلا.
And sometimes in Morocco, you will hear people saying أهلا. But we also say in Egypt, I'm saying we because I'm Egyptian. So in Egypt, we also say أهلا sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You say أهلا as well, yeah? So the reply is أهلا وسهلا when we can say أهلا.
أهلا.
Yeah. So the Arabic script. Arabic consists of 28 letters and consonants. So Arabic is written from right to left. So instead of writing from here, you're writing from here. And of course, if you're not used to writing from right to left, there are some muscles that haven't been used that way. So it can be a little bit difficult at the beginning, but you get used to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
Really quickly.
Yeah, it is.
It's
not too hard. Some letters come at the very beginning, like maybe as like beginners writings, but I assure you that some students write better than me. Yeah, the way they form the letters are really, really nicely. Letters have slightly different shapes depending on where they are in the word. So if they are at the beginning or at the middle or at the end. Most letters join with a tail, connecting with its preceding and subsequent letter. So for example, here you've got the B. I don't know whether you can see my cursor. That's the B sound. And you can see the dots. There is a dot under the B. There are 2 dots above the T, 3 dots above the Th. Dots are very important in Arabic. So that's the B sound. We don't have a P and we don't have a V in Arabic. Okay, that's the S. Okay, that's the S. And then if it has like 3 dots, it becomes the Sh. In English, you have the S and the H together to create the Sh. But in Arabic, you only have one, you've got only one letter, which is the Sh. These are only the sounds. I'm not giving the names of the letter. If I'm giving the name of the letter, that's B, T, Th, Sa, and, you know, but I'm just giving the sounds. So in the middle, it will have, this is the tail I was talking about earlier, and that's at the end, another tail to connect here. Same thing with the T, so B like boy, T like T, Th. Th, there are 2 letters in English, but in Arabic, it's only one letter, Th, all right, like something. And the S like see, the Sh like shine, and the J. The J is a letter, and we also have a G, because some countries like Egypt and in Yemen, we pronounce the G and not a J when we use modern standard Arabic. So, or classical Arabic, some countries pronounce it as a G, some countries pronounce it as a J. And there are also like debates on who started first, the G or the J, but we're not going to get into that now. You can come to Cambridge and we can explain to you why. So, letters, some letters have no equivalent in European languages, like the Sa. But actually, we've got a letter which is a Sa, but at the same time, you do have a sound, like you say sun. You don't say sun, you say sun, right? Sun in English? Yeah, so the Sa does exist as a sound, but in Arabic, it's a letter. You've got the Da, which is an emphatic to a D. So you say desk and you say drawer. So actually the Da as a sound as well is there. Ha, I cannot give a comparison. ha comes from here. Yeah. And then the kha, you just like squeeze your throat and allow some air coming out. You get the kha. Yeah. Is there a kha in Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not the only ones that have the kha. Okay, you've got the ta, which is like a T with an emphatic. So you've got tea, like you drink a cup of tea, but you have a tongue, right? So it's a ta. The sound is there, but we have a letter. Arabic is a very rich language, right? So lots of letters, lots of words, lots of expressions, right? Okay, so you've got the ta sound, you've got the dha sound, and you've got the which I think no one has it. It's like if you squeeze your throat very hard, you get put your hand here, push here, you say ah. Okay, so that's the sound. Okay, like for example, the name Ali, it starts with a ayin. All right. Okay, you also have the gh, which is like the French right? And you have a glottal stop. And the glottal stop can be challenging, but the glottal stop, you do have the sound of it, but it's a consonant in Arabic, the glottal stop, and it's a very prestigious letter that it's got so many seats. So when it comes at the beginning of the word, it's on the and here when it's e, it's down here. And when it's in the middle of the word, it's here. Ooh, E, Anyway, so this glottal stop, in English, you say apple. So this you hear at the very beginning of the vowel is a consonant in Arabic. All right, so it's and you say olive, so it becomes an u. So this at the very beginning is the glottal stop followed by an O sound. E as well, like ears. All right, so this you know, it's like an followed by an E. So that's the glottal stop. All these are the transliteration, all right? But that's the Arabic script. So come to Cambridge and learn more about that. Okay, Arabic has long vowels and short vowels. So the short vowels are indicated in Arabic script by markings written above or below the consonant skeletons and dots. So you've got, remember when I said ahlan wa sahlan and I said the n is not there, it's actually two of those together will give you the n. But anyway, we got, and these are the accents. These are the vowels. We've got long vowels and we've got short vowels. The long vowels are written like but the short vowel is an a. A long vowel is an oo or an o, and the short will be this we call damma, this is called fatha, this is called damma, this is called kasra. And fatha means open, damma means like you're putting things together like ooh. So you're putting your lips together to create the ooh. And the e, you know, it's a kasra, it's a break. All right. So anyway, we've got like long vowels, we've got short vowels. The long vowels are written and the short vowels are only accents like that. You only see these accents when we start teaching you Arabic or in the children's books or in the Quran, because it will show you how you pronounce the word. Was it useful?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it more challenging after that you don't see the short vowels?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, because like if you use the newspaper and you open a newspaper to read or read the newspaper online, they are not going to be voweled. If you're reading a novel in modern standard Arabic, it's not going to be voweled. But if you're reading a children's book, Yes, it will have these interior voweling and maybe the end vowels as well. The Quran as well has these vowels. So we've got long vowels, we've got short vowels, and we've got semi-consonants and semi-vowels, like the w. Can't see the, can you see the cursor? I can't see the cursor. Okay, like the w, for example, is a semi-consonant, semi-vowel. And the y is a semi-consonant, semi-vowel. And when I say it's semi, sometimes it's a long vowel like ooh, and sometimes it's a w. Sometimes it's an e, and sometimes it's a y. All right? Okay, so career prospects. Proficiency in Arabic is highly valued in the fields of government, business, academia, journalism, international banking, energy, media, real estate, construction, politics, diplomacy, technology. It opened doors to so many fields, right?
Yeah.
So you have actually a very good edge studying Arabic and Middle Eastern studies as well. So why studying Arabic at Cambridge? Our Middle Eastern studies offers a distinctive degree, a unique language program, immersive content courses taught by leading specialists in the fields. We provide excellent facilities, like we have a very nice library.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah. And
what's so special?
It's just got a nice kind of feeling in it, and it's just quite, it's not like a harsh library like some of them, but people who do other subjects always come to the library.
I love the library. When I have to go there to do something, it just gives a very nice vibe. And actually this picture is the library of the Faculty of Asian and Middle Eastern Studies. Yeah. It has a friendly atmosphere, friendly staff as well, very nice. So it's very popular. So the library is very popular. And we provide excellent facilities, talks delivered by specialists across numerous fields, and we encourage our undergraduate students as well to attend. Beyond the faculty, students can also get involved in setting up and running their own societies and talks. Are you involved in any societies or talks? No? It's all right. Other students are. Not crazy, but there are other students. Okay, so combination of languages. So in the Middle Eastern studies, you can study Arabic, Hebrew, and Persian, or alone. Actually, Arabic combined, either Arabic and Hebrew together, or Persian and Arabic together, or one of those languages with a European language. Arabic and Hebrew can be taught as two separate subjects, two single subjects on their own, and they can be combined. Arabic and Persian can be combined. Hebrew and Persian can be combined. In the first and second year, Persian is combined with Arabic and Hebrew, or with a European language. So in the first year, you can only do Arabic and Hebrew, all right, as single subjects, or in combination with each other. You can have Arabic and Persian together, or Persian and Hebrew together, as I mentioned before. In the second year, you have an option to study one of those languages, and you can take a Hindi language. In the fourth year, you can do one of those languages, and you can do a Sanskrit. All right. Yeah. The Arabic program. We have a very unique Arabic program, right?
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating, not because I teach it, but really it is unique.
Yeah, like when I was on my year abroad, the Durham students were amazed at how different it is at Cambridge compared to Durham.
Okay, so come to Cambridge. So modern standard Arabic and colloquial Arabic are taught in combination with each other. So we teach colloquial dialect, and it's very unique in Cambridge that we teach colloquial dialect. We started that. And we use the integrated approach, which is speaking, reading, listening, and writing in combination with each other. And the speaking is in dialect. So why do we use the integrated approach? It enhances natural communication skills. It develops students' communicative competencies and transferable skills. It ensures fluency and accuracy in language use. It helps students in their year abroad to speak and communicate, right? How did you find that?
It was so helpful because most other unis only teach standard Arabic, and they kind of land in the Middle East with no idea how to speak the dialect, and they have to kind of pick it up. Whereas, because we've done it for 2 years already, it feels a lot more comfortable going into the year abroad.
Yeah. And if you speak to people in modern standard Arabic, what would be the reaction?
They'd just be so confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one speaks modern standard Arabic. We moderate the language, yes, to understand one another. And the more you go, like the spoken has levels. So you go, to higher levels, you go up and down with the level. Yeah. So the more you will speak modern standard Arabic, but you have to infuse it with colloquial. So the higher you go, it's closer to modern standard. The lower you go, it's just closer to colloquial and to street language. But we don't teach street language, we teach educated spoken Arabic. And now is the year abroad, which I think is the best part of the course. We have a very unique year abroad program. It's about far more than learning a language. It's about exploring and getting to know different societies, different way of thinking. Also our students spend at least 8 months in an Arabic-speaking country deemed appropriate by our faculty board. Students study in approved institutions, and they can do voluntary work, paid work, internship. Our students currently go to Jordan, which is here. They go to Egypt, they go to Morocco, they go to Tunisia, and to Oman. So you've got 5 different destinations. Sometimes we add to them, sometimes it depends on the year, but usually we offer 5 different destinations. This year we have Tunisia. We didn't have Tunisia before. We had Tunisia about maybe 6-7 years ago, and then it came back. Yeah. In year 4, so students go to different destinations to study the language and study the dialect. And when they come back from their year abroad, they all speak different dialects. Like what happens in the real Arab world when we mix together as Arabs, everyone speaks his own dialect, but moderated a bit. How did you find that when you came back from the year abroad and hearing students from Jordan?
It was a bit strange at first, kind of, because I knew some of them speaking Egyptian like before they went on their year abroad, but it's kind of fun in a way. You get used to it, and it's nice to hear a new dialect.
Exactly. It's nice to hear a new dialect. So even if you don't speak it, at least you will understand it and will understand what other people are talking if they speak a different dialect from your own dialect. So it gives definitely an extra edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a nice experience for sure. So this unique experience definitely opened doors as well in the Middle East. If you want to come back and work, you can say, yes, I speak this dialect and I understand this dialect, and so on. And now I'm gonna pass you to Daisy, and Daisy is gonna talk about her experience. Yes.
Okay, so I'm currently a fourth year. I combine Arabic with Spanish, and I've kept that up into my fourth year. So in the first year, I did a lot. You do a lot more language-based things in first year if you combine with a European language. So I did like 2 Arabic language papers and 2, or like modules, and 2 Spanish language ones. And then I also did a kind of Spanish literature and film module, which covered stuff from Spain and Latin America. And then in second year, you start to get a little bit more choice with the papers and modules that you study. And I decided I wanted to keep up with my Spanish. So I did the Arabic language paper, which you have to do throughout the year, just like throughout all of the degree, it just the level increases. And then I did Spanish language paper, and then I was kind of the first time I'd done I was able to do kind of history and politics, and also still some literature like in second year. So I decided if you do Spanish, you can do like Latin American or Spain Spanish. So I decided to go down the Latin American route, and then I wanted to learn about some of the older history of the Middle East, and there was a paper which I could do that with. So I learned about the formation of Islam, which was really interesting. But then at the same time, I also did more modern kind of history. So like the end, kind of like from the 19th century onwards. So there's a big range of stuff you can do with a degree, and there's other options. You can also do like Arabic literature. I just decided not to pick that in the end. And then, so on my year abroad, because I knew I wanted to do my dissertation in something Latin American based, I decided I wanted to go to Latin America. So, and that's one of the great things, is you can split your year abroad between going to the Middle East and also going to another place where of your other language. So I did like 6 months in Costa Rica, going to uni there, and then I did 8 months in Cairo in Egypt, and I just studied the language in the approved institution in Cairo. I had a great time. It was so much fun to kind of, like, Cambridge is lovely and I love it here, but it's so much fun to just get to know a new place and have a completely different way of life. Cairo is crazy, but it's so different to Cambridge in like every way. So it was so fun to kind of get to know a new city, as well as getting to know a new culture and getting more comfortable in the language. So it's one of my favorite things about the degree. Yeah, and it also helps you get more comfortable with the language, because you kind of have to use it on the day-to-day basis. So you do just kind of get more natural with it. And then the good thing is as well, your final year speaking exams at the start of the year, so just after you come back from your year abroad, so it's all kind of fresh in your mind. And then in fourth year, you get like the biggest range of papers to pick from. You still have to do Arabic language, and then you can do all sorts of literature and history and politics and a whole range of stuff. Alongside, you also have to do a dissertation. So if you do like AMES with a modern language, like a European language, you can do your dissertation either under the Middle Eastern Studies faculty, or you can do it under the modern languages faculty. So there's more choice by having the combination. And it's also just a chance for you to actually explore something that you're really interested in, because you can kind of do anything in your dissertation. So it's a great opportunity, if there's not been a paper throughout your time, that you can explore something kind of completely new. So yeah, I've had a great time doing this degree. I would really recommend it. Yeah, and I love my year abroad.
Fantastic. Good. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Yeah. We'll come back to you again.
Yeah.
Okay. So the application. So the personal statement. So I think this is the most important part of the application process. So to prepare for the personal statement, you need to think about why you have chosen the course. It's your opportunity to talk about yourself, your passion, your skills, what would make you stand out, your future plans. Start thinking about books related to the course that you are interested in, and maybe dig into it a bit and think about it. And maybe you can, write something about it as well in brief, but not just like pick up something and say, because you will be asked questions later about that. I'm going to come to that later on. So acquaint yourself with the course, do some research before you apply, and definitely an experience of studying another language at school shows that you like it's an evidence for you that you have interest in studying a language, but also be mindful that Arabic grammar is very different from European grammar.
Yeah.
I think
very different.
Very different. But definitely it helps. But why is the personal statement important? The personal statement important because the interviewer wants to know if the personal statement reflects who you are. So you will be asked questions from the personal statement. It determines the most fundamental reasons you want to become a Cambridge student. A lot of the interview questions, as I said, they are driven from the personal statement. So make sure that what you write is what you can talk about.
Yeah.
Do you want to comment a bit on the personal statement?
Yeah. I definitely say go with what interests you and kind of research things that interest you, because you do have to talk about it in the interview. And if you don't like it, it will come across in the interview. So just kind of start looking at books or even watching documentaries about the Middle East or kind of that kind of thing is really good, because it just demonstrates that you are actually interested in what you want to do, what you want to study. And yeah, it's important not to just write things for the sake of writing things, because you will get asked about it in your interview, and like you don't want that to really throw you off. So just know your personal statement and don't lie.
So what are we assessing? Your motivation and willingness to learn, your skills and aptitude to study with us. You have the right kind of background needed for this course, your academic ability and potential to be successful on the course. You are thinking analytically, so you will be challenged a bit with some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not terribly
they're
challenging.
not challenging, but what they're assessing is the way you think. So they ask you questions to make you think.
Yeah.
But they still just want to hear what you think at the end of the day.
Yeah. So we want to check that you are thinking independently and thinking analytically. We could teach you effectively as well. We don't want you to come to Cambridge and you struggle and then we don't know what to do, or you don't know what to do. That you will be successful in our teaching environment as well. And we are coming to the end of our webinar, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to add anything?
I think the interview is kind of almost like what a supervision is like when you're at Cambridge. So if you don't like that way of teaching, you'll kind of be able to tell in the interview. And that's, it's kind of important to keep in mind, because it's a bit different from other universities. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Daisy. And now it's time for the Q&A. Okay, as I mentioned, one question was, what is the student planning on doing as a job as I said, sky is the limit. You can work in so many fields. You can work in business, you can work in banking, you can work in journalism, banks, in oil companies. It's everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing a master's after my undergraduate, and then I think I want to go on to maybe work in kind of government related jobs in the future, or yeah, you can kind of do anything. So it's quite nice not to be so limited on what you can do in the future. So yeah.
Yeah, good. And academia as well. I was the other day with some of my previous students, actually over the weekend. They were visiting Cambridge, and one is doing his master's in European languages, and the other one is she's working for the Foreign Office. Yeah, so, and over Christmas, I met two of my students. They are living and working in Cairo.
Yeah. Lots of people go back to Cairo after they've been there.
Yeah. So, yeah, actually, some of them, even from the previous years, are still in Cairo.
Yeah.
So, yes. Okay, one of the questions, are we able to go to Syria or Lebanon for the year abroad? Unfortunately, Libya, you are not, no, you cannot, sorry, or Lebanon, sorry, Syria or Lebanon for the year abroad. For the year abroad, Syria is a definite no. Lebanon, not for this year and not last year, but some students went to Lebanon. And it's actually on case-by-case basis now because of the situation in Lebanon. But so this year, no, we only send students to places where the Foreign and Commonwealth Office has the green light for them to go, or places where it is really necessary. So we can't really say it is necessary that they go to Lebanon, because they can go to other places. And we have many other Arabic countries that they can go to. And during when they apply for the year abroad, the students have a plan A and a plan B. So just in case any trouble erupted somewhere, that we can use their plan B and go somewhere else. And it happened before. It's not that it didn't happen. You need to go somewhere else, then instead of coming back to Cambridge, they go straight to the other country. And Lebanon is case-by-case basis. And the why I say case-by-case basis, because some students have families that live in Lebanon, and they will reassure that everything is going to be all right and all that. But if the if the government does not allow it, then we don't allow it too. So one of the questions, did Daisy apply to Arabic elsewhere? If she didn't know, if she didn't, how did she structure her personal statement with other courses? This is for you, Daisy.
Yeah, I did apply to Arabic everywhere, so I can't be much help on that, because my personal statement was very Arabic and Spanish focused. That one of the courses I applied to was just Arabic and history, but I because 4 of my 5 choices were Arabic and Spanish, that's what I focused on in my personal statement. So I'd say if you are wanting to apply to other courses, you still need to have a bit in your personal statement, but don't have too much, because you still especially for Cambridge, you need to demonstrate why you want to do Arabic, and the best way to do that is your personal statement.
Okay, there is also a question at the very beginning. For the year abroad, do you have to choose from the set list, or can you pick something of your own choosing? Yes and no. We try and limit that because we have approved institutions in places where these places are, we know them, we build relationship with them, and they need to study somewhere where we are sure that they will have a good course. But if one of the students come with a place where they really want, if it's safe and they can go and they have the green light from from the government, then we can see where they want to go. They can write an academic case, and as a year abroad coordinator, because I am a coordinator for Arabic as well, if it is reasonable to me, I support it and we present it to the faculty board, and once it's approved, they can go. But they have to have a good academic statement for it, then for the faculty board to present and to approve. Is there such a thing as being overqualified for a language? Say I've done an A level in language and then do a gap year in the same country. Would I be qualified to do a degree in the language? We teach, if you're talking about Arabic, because European languages are different.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you have to have done an A level in the European language to be able to do it. So having an A level is kind of the necessary, and a gap year is always useful, but you're never too overqualified.
Yeah, but with Arabic, we start from ab initio. So maximum that you would know is that you know a few words maybe and know the letters. But beyond that, it's unfair for other students that you all start at the beginning and one knows the language and the other one doesn't. So it depends on how much of the language you know. Some students know other dialects apart from Egyptian dialect, because this is the dialect that we teach in Cambridge. And the reason why we teach Egyptian dialect is that most of the staff are Egyptian. So that's why we teach the dialect. But before, we used to teach Palestinian Arabic because the staff were, from Palestine and Syria, so they could teach their own dialect. So it doesn't make sense much that we would teach we are Egyptians and we teach another dialect. But it's, as I said, it's easy to switch. Once you know the components, it's so easy to adapt another language. In a couple of months, they master the spoken as well in a different dialect. What are the benefits of doing Arabic over Persian if I can't decide between them? That's
I guess Arabic's more widely spoken than Persian, and I mean, if you can't decide between them, you don't have to, because you can combine Arabic with Persian.
Yeah, you can combine Arabic with Persian, and then after the second year, you can either carry on with Persian or with Arabic, or carry on with both. And the year abroad, by the way, can be split as well between, if you study Arabic and Persian, the year abroad will be split between Persian and Arabic. You do like 3 months or 4 months with Persian, and another 4 months or 5 months with Arabic, and some students stay even longer. And the same thing will be with Arabic and Hebrew, or Persian and Hebrew will be the same. Is it a benefit if we have done Arabic at A level? I don't think it is a benefit, because if you've done Arabic at A level to a high degree, even the ordinary level is already quite a lot of Arabic. So you need to, we start from ab initio. So you study the alphabet, and we give you some readings before you come to Cambridge, but that's it. More than the alphabet, you're not required to know anything more. Okay, why did Daisy choose Arabic as a language?
So I did, for my A levels, I did French and Spanish, and I decided I wanted something new, a new challenge. And I did consider Russian, but I just decided Russian wasn't for me, and I don't really like cold countries, so I didn't think I'd enjoy a year abroad. And then I was really lucky to visit Morocco, and I loved it. So I decided that I'd just give it a go, and I thought Arabic would be quite fun. And I also really liked the sound of the year abroad, and thought it'd be fun to have the opportunity to live in the Middle East for a while. So yeah, I mainly chose it because I wanted to try something new, and I thought it'd be useful in the future. So
It
yeah.
is useful indeed.
Yeah.
What are some of the topics module you can do on the course? Can we talk about that?
So you can do a variety of different modules. There's language modules. So Arabic is just one language module, and you just follow that. We do some different, or when you come to fourth year, we do more topics kind of in Arabic. And then in terms of other modules you can do, there's a lot, often history modules that are offered. There's in second year, there's an anthropology module that's offered. You can do like Arabic literature. You can also borrow modules from other faculties. So if there's something that you're really interested in, like the divinity faculty does a paper about Islam, and you can do that in second year. So there's a big range of like modules you can do. You're never really confined to doing just one thing. And also the great thing is, because of the academics' different research, the modules change slightly every year. So you can always learn something new, and they're always really interesting.
You want to take this one?
Which one?
The one about how should I decide whether to study Persian or Arabic?
I mean,
the question is, how should I decide whether to study Persian or Arabic? If I wanted to study it with French, would Arabic be better because there is a historical relationship between France and El Maghrib?
I don't think either would be better. It's more what you're interested in and what you want to learn. And if there's one that you're more interested in, I'd just say go with that, because you are going to be studying it for 4 years. And it's very true when people say, like, you've got to enjoy the subject that you're doing for your degree, because you do it so much. And especially at Cambridge, with the terms are only 8 weeks long, so it can be quite intense. So I just go with whichever you enjoy more, to be honest.
Another question. So we will not get in if we have done Arabic at A level. It depends on your Arabic at A level.
Yeah.
Really? So come for the interview and we find out. And where can you go with Persian year abroad? At the moment, because students can't go to Iran, so they go to, I know it sounds a little bit strange, they go to Armenia. But there is a very good school in Armenia where they teach Persian, and a lot of UK universities, they do send their students to this institution in Armenia to study their Persian. If I do European language and Arabic, can I take Hindi in the second year?
I don't think so. You can only do 2 languages at once. So you'd have to drop your European language to take Hindi in the future, in second year.
Another question, can you do a joint degree with AMES and MML?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. It's not classed as a joint degree because you're still like under the Asian Middle Eastern Studies like faculty, but you do MML alongside it. It means that you don't get any choice in first year with the papers or like modules that you study, but then when you get further on, you've got a wider choice. And then if you decide you don't want to keep up your MML language, you can just like not take any papers. in it. So you don't have to keep it kind of 50-50. You can do as much or as little of the MML language as you want.
Okay, another question is, could I be overqualified if I applied to study Mandarin Chinese, having done it at A level? And would it be a bad idea to do a gap year in China before applying to Cambridge? I'm not sure how far Chinese you should know beforehand. I think it is better. It's not a bad idea to have a gap year in China before applying to Cambridge for sure. There is no, I can't say this is a bad idea at all. But I think it's better to write to the Chinese department in FAMES and get a clear answer to that. Can you combine AMES and classics? If so, can I learn Latin and Arabic both from scratch?
No, I don't think you can. You can only combine Latin with MML if you've already done Latin up to A level, I think is how it works. I'm not 100% sure, but you can't do it with AMES.
I haven't come across it, so I would say no, but you can still write to the university, to the faculty undergraduate coordinator and ask her as well. Can you combine Arabic with politics? No.
No, not with like the specific politics faculty, but when you're going through kind of your Arabic degree, you can do more politics stuff. So this year I'm borrowing a paper, or like I'm taking a module from the politics faculty, which is about the Middle East. So you can do modules from other faculties, but you can't like explicitly combine the two.
When I asked about doing a joint degree with MML, it was because I would like to do Spanish, French, and Arabic. So would that be a possibility? No, you can only have 2 languages. So you can either do Arabic and Spanish, Arabic and French, but you can't have 3 languages. No.
That's all the questions. So.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
And in Arabic we say shukran.
Shukran.
And in Egyptian we say mutshakkir and mutshakkira.
Yeah. And then just as a final thing, there's some open days on the 4th and 5th of July. So if you do want to learn more about Cambridge and the faculty and the college, then come and visit. Yeah.
Okay.